Sorry. How you feeling about the No Beard Gang? Blessings to 2020. It's my first post of the year. It's a must watch. Don't miss this.
Like cope overseas, because yeah, and even people back at home, like people back at home should just know that you should just check on your friends who are like overseas, because we are not okay. We are not okay. It has been hard out here. Like you, yeah, yeah, pretty much. Right.
I am a mindfulness practitioner and a life coach. Anyways, I saw your video on Create Zim. I should be coming out there, coming out on the page soon this month. I did a video for them last month, and I really acknowledge and connected to a lot of the things that you were having challenges with, and I'd really like to make a reply to you. Would you be open to that? Okay, so firstly, I'd really like to commend you on coming out and speaking about your challenges. That's something I personally still haven't managed to master. But in that, I realize that I do have difficulties and I do need to deal with them one way or another, whether I want to speak about it or not. And that's what I want to share with you, those tools that I managed to find in the journey that I've walked so far. There's purpose in everything. You have to see the purpose in everything, and there's ways in which to read it. For example, for me personally, your story had purpose. It gave me a direction that I've actually been looking for quite some time. Let me share that story with you. So if you weren't held back for Christmas, right, you wouldn't have made that post. And if you didn't make that post, I wouldn't be making this one right now. And someone who needs to receive this message today, yourself and others included, would not be receiving it. And if it wasn't for Create Zim inviting me to speak on their page, I probably wouldn't have followed them. And if I hadn't followed them, you and I wouldn't have made this connection. Create Zim invites me to speak on a page after a video I made for a friend who committed suicide. Moment of silence for that. And I, in amongst all of this, have been really wondering what direction do I go in with what I'm doing. I have so many topics that could touch so many people, and my goal is really just to help those who seek help. And I've really been wondering, okay, so what is my main focus? What is my main direction? And I've been asking myself this for a month, and people have been asking me, so what is your goal? And I don't really know how to put it in words. So anyways, it's crazy because things like this happen for a reason. There's no such thing as, oh, coincidence or chance. And I firmly believe in that. What's crazy is just before I messaged you after I watched your video, I went into meditation like I do every night. And I started getting a rush of insights. So I picked up my notebook, my pen, and I started writing them all down. And I messaged you because I just felt I needed to. And I went to bed after that and I felt uneasy. I was like, nah, there's something I missed in that chat. So I went back to our chat and I looked at something, and it was actually kind of trippy because the time that I had messaged you was 11 minutes past 1. 111. I'm going to post something real quick. 111 is a wake-up call from the universe, telling you to pay attention to what is happening around you. It is a positive sign. It is a confirmation that whatever you are doing at that moment is right, is meant to be. It tells you that you are on the right path. See, the beauty in life is that we find purpose off of each other. That's one of the first things I learned during my spiritual awakening, is the importance of other people around you. You and I have never met, but I've managed to find the answer to a question that's really been burning for me. in the most random way, not chance, but random. So, because you've helped me a lot, I want to give you a few things that will help, firstly, with depression. These were my keys to ending my depression, and trust me, I've been depressed. Firstly, mindfulness. This is going to sound like a really random practice, but just like running is not the end goal, but being fit, this is also like a practice that will get you to a level of mental fitness. So next time you have something to eat, say it's something simple like an apple, before you just bite into it, I want you to sit down and think. Just not for long, give it about 30 seconds to a minute. Just really think about the process that that apple has been through before it reached you. Think about 2 decades ago, someone had to plant a seed. That tree had to grow. Someone had to water it for 20 years. Once that all happened, someone had to pick that fruit. Someone had to pack it. Someone had to transport it. Someone had to take it to the shop. It had to be repacked in the shop again. It had to pass through the teller. It had to travel back to your home, into your hands for you to eat. That's simple apple. And you can do this with everything. If you like meat, avoid it. It's what made me go vegetarian. But that's one simple thing you can do. The next one, that will give you a deeper sense of gratitude for life. And you can do it really with anything. The next one I'd like to give you is the next time you have a moment, you're not really doing anything, maybe you're waiting in a queue, maybe you're just chilling, whatever, you're alone or you're with people, I just want you to sit and come into the moment. Focus your full attention on everything that's going on around you. How do you feel? Who is there? What are they doing? What do they look like? What's the weather like? Is there a breeze? Is it hot? Is it cold? How do your feet feel in your shoes? How do your legs feel? How do your arms feel? How does your shirt feel on your body? Really just pay attention in what's going on in that exact moment. And be in it. Don't think about the past. Don't think about what you have to do later. Don't think about anything that's not going on there and then. That will bring you into your mind. You become mindful instead of mindless. Mindlessness is habits. It's things that you do without thinking, driving, breathing, a lot of things that you just do. You walk, you don't really need to think about it. Those are mindless actions. But being mindful will bring you into a place of control over your mind. Not exactly control, but a place of peace in your mind. Another thing I'd like to share with you is that in your loneliness, there is so much value, my friend. Let me tell you what. I am a loner by choice. I spend 80% of my time alone. If it's any consolation to you, I spent Christmas Day alone with nobody. That one wasn't by choice. Anyway, being alone, the fact that you are not, what's the word to use? The fact that you're not infatuated by everything that's going on outside. Everybody's worried about so much stuff. Their minds are so busy. They're so involved in so many things that they miss life. But you being alone, you can give, because your value is not given to so much outside, you have value to add. It's in you, it's in all of us. We all have value. You have value to add into things that matter over things that don't. Material things don't matter. Parties don't matter. Social gatherings don't matter, because